Hey everybody, I'm in. Oh crud. All right, we should be just about live in about a couple of seconds here. All right, we're live, guys. I'm going to do the pop out here. And I'm going to bring it out, and I'm going to minimize here. And we are all rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. It is Tuesday, the 7th of November, 2021. Or I'm sorry, December. Ah! I made the title wrong. I'll have to adjust that. It is not November. It is December, guys. I should have already known that. All right, let's see who is going to be coming in. Let's do all comments. Let's go here. All viewers, and we're ready to roll. Good evening. Here we go. All right, just to make sure that's in. All right, let's see who we get in here for now. Okay, we can get that like that so I can see what I'm doing. All right. As you see, we're still working on the Gangbusters Chrysler Imperial 8. I did do the hood or the roof. And if you look at the color on the little car there, you'll be able to see the picture there that I have the roof perfectly painted and ready to rock and roll. So there it is, guys. I hope you guys can see that fairly well. And I also have the, where'd it go? The soft top cover also painted. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll put it down here in the corner there. On each side, on each end, you'll see that I have each thing's done. All right. Did that dry up already? No, it's still good. Okay, cool. So I still got a little bit of my dark brown left that I'm going to be using on the interior. I did not check to see what the interior would look like. I'm not sure exactly. Looks like it's about the same color. So that's what they're doing for the interior, which is the khaki color. That's got a really cute gold color to it, but I don't like it. So we're going to do the khaki on the interior as well, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing that while we're waiting to see who pops in. Welcome to the channel. This is Joe. This is for Plastic Addictions Anonymous on Facebook. I will be putting it out on YouTube. For you guys at YouTube, like, subscribe, share, follow. Hit that notification so you know when I'm doing live streams or uploading unboxings or just popping in for a quick view to see what's going on. You guys will get notifications and know that I'm on that way. All right, I'm going to move everything off of the chassis here because I'm still working on that as well. So we got a few things we're doing here. I've done the tires. All done. Chassis done. Front and rear end are on. They are even, Steven, and straight across. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the... What did I just do with my brush? I want to go ahead and paint the seats. I've got a really nasty brush here that I'm actually kind of just roughing the paint over because I do want it to look like material. I don't want it to be all smooth. So I don't want it to look like a high gloss paint job on it. So I'm using kind of a crappy brush to set up my paint and get it all nice and do a little bit more water here. So like I said, I'm using paint from earlier that I made up. Hey Robert, yeah, I'm a little early. I wanted to get things going and rolling. Not much early, but I figured everybody should show up between now 5 or whatever. If you guys didn't make it till 5:30, at least I'd still be on and doing stuff. How you doing today, brother? I am going to go ahead and do the seat. Get that done. Like I said, I am using a crap brush here because I just want to get the color onto the seat as opposed to making it actually look like paint. I want it to be kind of rough. I want it to look like it's so I might have a little bit too much water in it. So I might have to, oh, no, there we go. We're getting there. There we go. All right. All right, so as you can see by the roof, though, I matched up the paint to the box really, really well. So a little bit of a part there coming up. Let me go ahead and drop a little bit. Let that dry off, though. All right, there we go. I had a little bit of a black note there. Oh, looks like I watered the paint down too much there, Rob. It's not sticking to the car seat like I wanted it to. Dang it. I gotta break the rest of it up now then. I was trying not to, but I gotta break the rest of it up. I also made, when I was making this today, Rob, I don't know if you saw the video or not. I viewed the video before I removed it, or took it back down so I could put it out on YouTube. I also made a really nice olive green to go on the M41 Bulldog for Sunday's build. I did that as well. I'm glad, bro. I'm glad. Did you get all your shopping done? All right. So that's coming out good. So the interior is basically the same. I want to say, I almost want to say not camo, but fatigued material, I guess you could say. And it's kind of a green color, so I'm kind of trying to get it to, I don't want it to be too bright green, but I want it to match the top. So I'm going to go ahead and do the interior because that's what it looks like on the box. So once all this dries good enough, I can put a secondary coat on it. I did 3 coats on the hood, on the roof. Xmas, yes, cool. Cool. That's what I was talking about. Yep. We are still working on it. I am ordering the paint to start as soon as I'm done with this one, and I want to finish off 40's Ford. I want to go ahead and do that coupe. So I'll be doing that. There we go. Okay, so now once that dries up, I'll be able to do another coat, and it should seal everything the way I want it. Like I said, I'm trying to make it thin as well because I want to see the lines and everything in the material in the seat. So I'm not really trying to make a thick coat of paint. So it is kind of watered down, so I'll have to hit it a couple of times. Yeah, that's better. There we go. That was working. Now we're working. We're getting somewhere. All right. So as long as I keep brushing it and blowing on it here, we should be able to do what I'm trying to accomplish, which is make it look like material, not just like it got paint slammed on it. So I'm kind of blowing on it at the same time, trying to get the paint to dry faster, a little faster anyway, so that I can keep it moist enough to do the lines in it. But I got the back seat all done as well. I should have painted this before I stuck it on, but I did not. So we're going to go ahead and try to make sure we don't do a messy job on this. I do have my other touch-ups though, so no other touch-up paints. Oh, okay. Well, you got to do that, bro. You do. I get out every day. I go pick up my kid. I got to do something, man. And last night or yesterday, we went to get the tree. So that was kind of my outing, but after doing the tree, even though I didn't do much, I didn't feel like I did much, I felt kind of weak and tired. I think I'm still fighting that flu or whatever it was that I had, because I wake up now and then congested still. So I think I'm still fighting it a little bit at least, and I'm hoping that sooner or later all that congestion goes away. I mean, I am a smoker and everything, but I've never had a cough like this, never last this long. So my assumption is it's still I'm fighting whatever that flu was that my wife brought in. She seems to be a little better. She's always had sinus problems, but she seems to be doing a bit better. And again, this is acrylic, so I'm not really worried about getting too much on. As long as I don't let it dry too long, I should be able to wipe anything right off and go right back with it. Okay, so there's that, and that. We're going to let that sit there now, and we'll give another coat in a few minutes. That one seemed to do what I wanted to do and stayed on the bench part. All right, we'll just kind of keep it going and keep it moving around. The more it dries, the thicker it gets, so I got to get it towards while it's still loose so it looks right. I had to do the same thing to the roof. I had to put it on thin, move it around, put a little bit thin on, move it around, put a little thin on, move it around, until I got the texture that I wanted to make it look like the soft top that it is, because it is a soft top. So, well, convertible anyways. It's a soft top convertible. How about that? So, but I matched it up pretty good. Like I said, if you look at the box, I did pretty good. My eyes did pretty good today. I was very surprised when I after I painted it, and I came back out a couple hours later and realized that it had dried just about to the same as what's on the box, man. So I was very happy with that. So this is, so far, I have not gone off box art on this at all. Not even a little. So I even got the roof now to where it's box art. So this may be my first 100% box art kit yet. So I am again roughing the paint inside, just kind of slinging it on there, just trying to get it on there because I know it's loose, and I want it to dry while I'm doing it so that it stays put, as if the water just makes it run. You know how acrylic just always runs. Yeah, not bad, right? That's what I'm saying. I matched it up pretty good. Like I said, if you look close enough at the box and close enough at my roof, man, it really came out. I was very, very surprised. Like I said, and I started out making it a little greener, and I was like, nah, I don't like that, so I added some white. And I don't know if, like I said, if you saw the video or not that I had out, but I went ahead and removed it because there's a massive oops in there. I knocked over a bottle of paint, and it went all over my wife's floor. Luckily, it was acrylic as well, so it was easy to wipe up as long as it was ready or not dry when I tried to wipe it up. All right, so the interior, I'm going to call this kind of a khaki green, I guess you would call it. I don't know what everybody else is going to call it, but I'm going to call it a khaki green interior. So that's what this is. It's got I mixed yellow, brown, white, and green. That's how I got this color. That's the 4 colors I used in the video. You can see that I did that. And all of it was acrylics. So they mixed up really well. So like I said, I'm just trying to keep it as box art as possible. So you're working on the gremlin? That's a gremlin, right? That you said you were working on. You put the the cement mixture away, and you started working on the was it a gremlin? It was a gremlin, right, or a pacer? I'm not sure which. All right, so now I have the interior. This stuff dries quick too. Is another reason I like it. I can go in 30, 45 minutes after it's 100% done, and start handling the part, cleaning it up and getting it in the spot the way I want it. I think I'm going to take a little bit of black and do this pad down here, this floor pad down here, black later. Probably once I get it onto the chassis, where I can have it sit stable. All right, so that's basically where it's supposed to be. We're good all the way around on that. All right, so we got to let that dry. Oh, I got to put the other coat on this, which is the loose coat, so I need to get over here in the wet stuff. Okay, you had something there and you took it up. What happened? What'd I miss? No fair. I don't move that fast. All right, so now, again, I'm doing a really thin coat on the soft top cover. So there it is. It really came out nice. I don't know if you can see. Oh, there you go. It really came out nice. You can still see the studs, and I'm gonna chrome the studs around it just like they would have it as little pop snaps. All right, so I think we're done with trying to make everything look 100% covered. So that one was, there we go. Okay, so like I said, I'm just using light stuff now, a little bit of watered down stuff to just go around behind me. And yeah, I did the inside too. I forgot to do that part of the inside. Okay. So in this cup here, I have two different. It's a Pinto. Yeah, and it was a hatchback. I realized it was that. I wasn't sure which one exactly it was from the back end. All right, so I did the inside as well, but I did not do it as well, so to speak. But I did do the inside as well, as long as all the rims and stuff. But everything else on it came out good, so I'm good to go. That looks like it's settled enough to do another coat. And then I'll go get a little bit of water on a piece of towel, and I'll come back and wipe off the maroon. This color, I can't believe this color works so good. I mean, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. Mixing it, I was so afraid because of my eyes, man, but I was going to mix this stuff. It was going to be too yellow, way too green, but it almost came out perfect. I say almost. It did not come out perfect. I say almost. And there, now see, putting thin coats on it without a airbrush, I can see, you guys can't see it, but I can see all the little creases and all the little crinkles inside the material. Really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, cool. I'm glad it did it. I'm actually happy with myself here. So now I just got to let this dry. So we'll be done by Friday with this one, and on the weekend I'll probably go ahead and probably Saturday bring down this 40s Ford and go ahead and finish that up. And then on Sunday we'll do the Tank M41. I might even paint that on Sunday. I'm not positive about that yet though. Oh yeah, see that cleaned right up off the edge. Right up off the edge. Beautiful. So okay, so now I gotta let this sit to the side now and dry. So that's all drying. I can finish my wheels now. Set that to the side, put the brush in water. I missed you earlier, brother. I'm sorry, man. I was just trying to... And last night, I wasn't even thinking when I jumped on that Paul could have been on at that time. So... Oh, cool. Pantera, wow, man. I haven't heard that word in a long time. I haven't seen anything of that in a long time. Holy cow, man. Wow, a friend of mine, I think it was a 74 or 75 Pinto his mother had. Man, that damn thing, you could beat the crap out of it. We used to party on the back of it. We used to go to Fort Lauderdale Beach and during spring break and have the blast of our times, man. That thing was a fun ride. Tiny little thing, too. It was easy to park. You could park it just about anywhere. Well, I did give a whole bunch of other people notifications on it, and I did put a note out for 5 o'clock, so we'll see if anybody comes in. If not, it's me and you, brother. Are you working on your car now, or put it down for a while? Well, I'm shaking a little bit more than I'd like to today for working on a kit, so... But it's going pretty good, so I guess I can't argue too bad, because I'm just taking my time. This thing is what are we on, 3 weeks on this thing now? I'm really getting tired of this build. Okay, we're even around. I see maroon all the way around it. Okay, cool. Okay, caps are on. Moon caps are on. Front and rear end are in and on the chassis. Now we're going to flip it over. And I don't want to put any pressure on it, and I only did the front end today. Yeah, it still feels a little loose, so I don't want to put any pressure on, so I'm going to hang the front end off and I want to put this, okay, I know this is part of the front end. I need to put this on there. There's steering mechanism there. There's a steering mechanism there, or braking mechanism, I guess I should say. And let's see. Oh, you know what I want to go ahead and do? I want to go ahead and glue this briefcase together. Every time I pick it up, I drop the piece. So did you guys have fun last night in Paul's room? I'm sure you guys did. We always have fun in those rooms. I may end up trying to do one tonight, but I can't guarantee anything. Once Mommy gets home, you know, we may end up starting to do decorations. She may just decide that she wants to lay down and watch a movie, and you know, whatever. Mama's just came home from work, and I've been home all day, so if she wants to lay down and watch a movie with me, I am more than glad to go hang out with her and watch a movie with her. So, no, my briefcase is not going to open. I decided it's too easy to lose the pieces. It does have a hinge on the back of it, which I just packed into place, but I really don't care. Briefcase does not be open. The safe will be able to be open, but the briefcase won't. Oh, and I did a pretty good job on my little man, too, which I still got to do a little bit on his face and stuff, but I did pretty good. Here you go. Check it out. His face is brown right now, but that's not what it's going to be. I did pretty good. He's got a gun in this hand over here. I just have to touch up my browns. Oh, now that I got it in my hand, I might as well do it while I'm here, right? I have the paint right there. Yeah. That's all good. There's the brown right there, so I can just paint that. Oh yeah, look at that. Works for me. Works for me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, again, I want it to look old material, kind of that era of clothing. You know what I mean? They didn't wear all snazzy, shiny suits like they do these days. You know, with all those bright colors. They had all the darker colors, especially if you were a bad guy. You definitely didn't want to be bright colors. So, I went with the color that they showed on the box. Again, I made this color again. So, and I'm going to put the little black ring on the guy's hat at the bottom here to make it look like a real gangster hat. But yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, were you guys with me when I did that? When I started this? I don't even remember. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry I didn't make it. I actually was trying to create a group. I didn't realize, because I should have looked. I should have said something to him, but that's my fault. And I apologize to him as well as you guys. I did not mean to interrupt his room. I sure as heck would have just came into your guys' room as opposed to doing one. But I wasn't thinking correctly, of course, because my meds had kicked in and I was not feeling the greatest. So I just went ahead and started a room on PAA when he already had one going on TMA. That was, like I said, a boner my fault. But like I said, if I'd have realized, and I didn't realize it until I got off of Messenger, or got out of the room, and I went and looked at my messages, and he told me that he was doing a room. So I was like, oh man, I really didn't mean to bug his room, because I sent invites to everybody that I knew, were wondering if I was coming back or not. I think I'm going to do evening shows until after the holidays. It seems to be the best timing that I can do that is after, is that. Because of everything, I need the sun to do what I need to do in the mornings. When it starts to get a lot cooler, I won't worry about it as much. Maybe I'll change back, but right now it just gets too damn hot while I'm out there real quick, and my body, and then I'm no good to nothing. I can't do a show, nothing. I'm not feeling good, so I'd rather just do one when I can. So I will try my best to try to get it at an exact same time, but I can't guarantee that either, buddy. I was really hoping to be able to make it, a regular routine, but it does not appear that I'm going to be able to get that back at 10 o'clock in the morning for at least until the holidays are over. Because I always get up in the morning, I get everything done that I need to, get everybody out of the house, and then when they leave, I automatically just get into something and start doing something outside. And then when I get so tired I can't do anything else, I have to go lay down after I take, my meds kick in and all that kind of good crap over. So, okay, let me go ahead and do a bit more on this arm over here. Alright, so now he is touched up. He has brown all over him. When he dries, probably by, I don't know, maybe Thursday, I will come back in and do his face and the black stripe on his hat and kind of clean it up a little bit. He does have brown shoes on as well. I noticed that, so I'm going to go ahead and paint them because I hadn't painted them yet. And the man was wearing brown socks too, because they matched everything back then. I bet you the guy was wearing brown underwear too. Excuse me. See, there we go again. My throat's starting to hurt. All right, let me go ahead and grab a hold of the bill of his hat, so I can finish the shoes. So he is going to be totally brown, except for his skin, which I'm going to do my best to make a skin tone. Which, if you want, I will PM you, and you and I can do something like a private thing or something, and we can just do me and you, and I'll show you what I do with the mixing of the paints and stuff like I did today. I can put that video back up. I just didn't think it was that good of a video, and it was only 30 minutes. So I took it down. From last night, anyway. And I did one this morning. So I'm not trying to impress anybody, but also I want to give you guys our garbage. Alright, so there's my man. My man, we're going to call him Fred. We're going to call him Deadshot Fred. How about that? Deadshot Fred, the man that can shoot the eye out of a gnat at 150 yards. Don't piss him off. Because he's a rough and tumbling gangster type. The original OG. The OG, baby. Alright. And I really would like to see somebody's kids. Hey, good morning. Or, I'm sorry, good evening, Ed. I'm sorry. Good evening, Ed. I'm so used to doing mornings. Good evening, Sir Ed. How are you? Glad to have you in to say hi. Thank you, Robert, for also doing that. I appreciate that. So I am just basically doing little bits and pieces here and there. We just got through. Oh, and I painted the front grille. I also got the front grille ready to be put together. I went ahead and painted. Now, what do you think, Rob? Ed, should I do this one over here, right here, has bullet holes in it. But then I'd have to put the bullet hole glass in. And I hadn't planned on doing that. This one over here has no bullet holes in it. What do you think? Should I put it with the bullet holes or without the bullet holes? And if I could find the glass, I'd be a happy camper. Maybe it's in the box. Yep, I think it's in the box. Yep. The only thing I didn't take out of the box. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to do that too. I'm going to put the glass in the frame and everything. You think with the bullet holes, huh, Ed? How about you, Rob? So I do the bullet holes in the windows too then. There's no bullet holes in the car itself. There's just some in the grill and some in the window. In the front window. And I think there's a couple in the back window maybe. Yeah, they give me ones that have bullet holes in the back window that goes on the soft top and the front main windows. So I can do that. As well as bullet holes in the grill. That's all the other places that have bullet holes. Which means they saw him coming, and they passed him, and he kept shooting anyway. Okay, cool. I think I will do bullet holes then. I am going to have to duck them up a little bit, though, so that they look like bullet holes, if you know what I mean. All right. Now, I want to go ahead and touch this up with a little bit of wet stuff here. And then later on, I'll come and do a light sanding on it to get it from, there we go. See, that came out nicely too. It's not quite as yellow as I think I would have liked it by what's on the box, but it is pretty dang close. It does look really close to the khaki, so I'm not going to really argue with it. So, but at least as long as I see the interior and everything's the same color as the seats and everything. So I went ahead and made up my own green today. My own green yellow, my own khaki, I guess you would call it. And I made up this, where'd it go? I made up this, which I'm going to water down. I made this up. This is going to be the olive green that I'm going to use on the M41. You guys can't see it real good, can you? There it is, right there on the edge. The olive green right there on the edge. I'm going to use that on the M41 after I water it down. I may go ahead and hook up my airbrush outside and take you guys outside for a trip to watch me do that. Not quite so sure if I will or not, but I'm thinking about it. All right, so that looks like it's pretty much done. That's done. Those are done. I just need to clean that up now. So let me go ahead and clean that up. Where is my towel? There it is. Now we're going to clean just the edge of the seat up. There we go. Doesn't let it dry too long. Nope, it's coming right off. There we go. Okay. My kitty cat grabbed a hold of my, I guess I dropped it the other night, didn't realize it, but she grabbed a hold of my really good, nice small brush that I have, the real fine one that I have, and she tore the crap out of it, man. So I need some new brushes. I had an oopsie accident the other night. Alright, so now I'm just gonna take the end without using any of the sanding stuff and just kind of run along the edges just to get the edges squared back up. I'm not using any of the sanding portion, just the cardboard portion because it's got that nice point on it. And I can use my nail just to run it back off. Yep, there it goes. And I will touch it back up. I have my touch-up paint. If I have to. Yep, looking good, looking good. All right, we're almost there. So soon I'll be able to put everything together. Like I said, the only thing that I was trying to wait on was the interior and stuff. So it looks like I need to paint the interior of this too. So that's going to be part of the interior. So that works pretty good. Still trying to get some off there. Oh, that came right off. All right. Hey, Mr. Paul Lovelace, how are you, sir? My apologies for last night, my friend. I did not realize. I should have looked, but I didn't. And I went off right after, shortly after I realized that you had texted me that you were on. I was done. So my apologies. I didn't realize. I got to remember you go on to TMA sometimes, and I got to look there first. And I didn't get it. If I had got a notice, that would be one thing I would have known. But I didn't get a notice this time. So. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Rob. I should. Which? Messing up my damn brush. It was the only real fine one I had, too. The only one I had. I was keeping it for a very long time in a little plastic pouch. I don't know, a month or two ago, I took it out and put it back into my regular stash of stuff. Shouldn't have done that. All right, so we got some on there. Okay. All right, again, I'm just dipping a little bit of paper towel in, and then I'm going to run back with my fingernail, and that took it all off. All right, as well as some on the seat, but that's okay. I'll touch it back up. All right. Not really caring about the down part because you're never going to see it, but I don't want it on the cab itself. All right. So now we're all done there. So everything is painted up and ready to go. Yeah, I hear you. I'm doing my best not to, but you know my memory. All right, so now I got to look to find out where all this stuff goes. Okay, so this is the main plank that goes for the interior that closes off the hole. That is right there. Right there. That's where that goes. And then this piece goes on top of that. So this does not have to be painted green. I will not. But these are the interior walls. I know it needs to be painted green because they're the interior walls. Although I do believe I can get away with just painting the, yeah, I think I can get away with that. All right, I think I'm just going to paint the door panels that they're going to show. So I should be able to do that fairly quickly. This way it won't take all night long to dry and stuff. But I'm about ready to start fully assembling this thing, Mr. Paul, and be done with it. All right, bro. Be safe, babe. I'll be here. I'm usually on for about an hour. It'll probably be sometime around 6 before I leave. So if you can make it in back then, that's cool. If not, I'm gonna try to do another one tomorrow about the same time. Okay, so the little paint that I made earlier. Tad of water. Too much. All right, tad of water and mix. There we go. All right, now. Only want to do the door panels. Oh, that's too much water. I have a little bit of dried up paint here left over from doing the roof and stuff, so I'm trying to get it to mix up just right to where I can make a nice thick coat of paint on what I need to. But at the same time, I don't want it too thick because then it makes it look too nasty. It takes me too long to sand the crap down to get it right. As you can see, this. And it takes a little more work to move it around, that's all. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and paint the whole thing, I think. After I make sure I got enough to do just the doors. I'm not trying to do perfect because it is acrylic and I can wipe it off. So I'm just trying to get it on there before this paint dries back up. And then I have to put more water in to thin it out again. Okay. But what do you think of the color, Paul? Look at the box. I think I did pretty good matching it up, man. I'm proud of myself. My blind butt. You know me, man. I don't see colors too well. But I think I did pretty good at matching the box art on this one. Alright, now, once that dries up, I should be able to either hit it with another coat or light sand to get it to look like the material as opposed to just something that's been hand painted. I might have to put a secondary coat on a couple of places. So I'm not going to do the interior wall there, but I am going to do the interior wall here. Yeah, I know. I got to watch my language. I know. I can't help myself, though, sometimes, man. You just got to let it out, Paul. There we go. That's much better. Okay. Yeah, I put my airbrush and all my stuff away for the holidays, and I don't know if I feel like going and digging it all back out. But I'd really like to do airbrushing on the, at least maybe not the cab because I'm not that good of an airbrusher yet. I'm ordering copper for the ProStar, and I ordered silver and white to see which one's going to look the best. I'll try it. I don't know which one I'm going to use, silver or white yet, for the Mercedes. It's silver on the box, but I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that color. Hey, Chris. So, I'm doing the green here, the camo green. It's kind of like a khaki green. I'm just trying to cover the parts. Looks like I'm going to need some more water. These aren't going to be seen, so I'm really not trying to do the greatest job in the world on the non-panel. I would like to have a nice, clean coat on the panel. Yeah, I'm getting there. It's getting there. We're about done with it. I'm about ready to start another one. So like I said, I want to finish this up. I want to finish this one up. And then I want to finish the 40s Ford. Oh, I need to talk to Mike to find out how that show went this weekend. I really feel bad I couldn't go, but you know, Mom said she couldn't spend that much money, but she said I could. She would order me a couple of big kits, so to make it worth my while for not going, I was like, all right, I know we can't spend $400 to go, $500 to go. That's just not a possibility. So especially with Christmas being a couple of weeks later, I should have thought about that when I said I wanted to go, and I did want to go. I did, I really did, but it just turned out to where it would also was on a non-pay week for her, so it would be tough. We'd have to, what would we say, pull it out of our butts to go. And at this point, I'm just trying to use up paint now because I can light sand the inside here when I'm done. Lines go this way for the material, so don't go across them. Lines go this way for the material. Alright, so again, I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of covering everything up, and I'm not really trying to do beautiful on the places that aren't going to be seen, because these are all going to go, but I do want it to look proper, so I gotta keep going. Alright, so that's that now. These are, let's see what these are, I don't know. Okay. Don't see where those goes yet. Okay, so at this point we are still on the chassis part of putting things together. Okay, evening, whatever. Evening. It is afternoon no matter how you look at it. Whether it's evening or not, it's still afternoon, bro. So I was partially right. And I let the guys, Ed and Rob, tell me I'm going to put the bullet holes in it. It's going to show with the bullet holes. I'm going to put the bullet hole windows and stuff like that in it. All right, let me bring this back over here because it should be dry enough to go ahead and scrape this stuff off now. Yeah, there we go. All right, yep. All right, now, a little touch up with a damp, wet brush, kind of, just to bring it back around and down. And where'd it go? There it is, right on top of a little piece of, there we go. Just to make sure we touch this all up. Yeah, now we're cruising. Now we're looking like it. There we go. Off of there. Alright, clean all this up when it's fully 100% dry. So by Friday we'll be done with this, and I will be going to the Ford. Once we're done with the Ford, I'll probably jump on the Mercedes, guys, just so everybody knows. That's what I'm looking for. I want to do the Mercedes so bad. I've been looking at it every night since I got it, opening it up, checking it out, familiarizing myself with everything, reading all the instructions, reading all the dang warnings and all this, that, and the other. So I'm really getting more and more excited about building that thing. So I got to get it started by next week. So I guess the Jeep and the steak truck are going to be put to the side because those are still the kits we can build later. What I'll do is I'll build the Mercedes, then I'll build the Jeep, then I'll build the Pro Star, or then I'll build the steak truck, one or two, and then I'll build the Pro Star. So we'll kind of mix it up with truck car, that kind of thing, if we can. All right, so I got to go back here to the chassis where I was here, and let's finish this off. Okay, so the chassis shows that it's sitting this way now. All right. It's sitting this way now. We take the exhaust, and there's a wedge there for it and a wedge there for it. So when it goes this way with that up, and that goes into there. We got it. Okay. It says this goes here. It can't go there. There we go. All right, now we're cruising. All right, so I'm just going to set that there for now until I get the engine in, which is right here. All right, so now, if I did this right, if that would come there, there's the two spots right there that the engine goes in, boom, boom. This hopefully will fall right into place. And take, accept it. There it is. All right, it fell right into place. I'm very surprised. I mean, right into place. There it goes. It does feel like it's up a bit, though. So I'll have to glue all these on. So this is, you gotta have to lay this out. Anybody who's doing this kit, lay it out before you try to glue it, guys. Seriously, don't just dry fit. Lay the sucker out. Make sure you're in the right spots where you want to be. All right, because I noticed that the wheels the connections, the actual tie rods and stuff, did not match up the way the pictures showed. That was my son getting ice. Okay, so now this thing shows that with the point up, it goes in here somewhere. What the heck? Supposedly it goes in here somewhere like so. And again, watch out because, okay, so this goes into here like this, up here, and goes into there like that. Okay, so this connects to the transmission. Okay, it's got to be some kind of a stabilizer. Okay, so I put that in place. Now the steering stuff, this is the front end, goes here. Let's see, what's this? This is not part of that one today. Okay, so we're not doing that today. This is not part of today. Okay. Okay, that. I really need that. So I saw it on something. Oh, excuse me, please. Okay, so that does not go in there either. All right, now. Oh, interior. I'm going to leave the steering wheel black, I think, and just do the center of the steering wheel with a little bit of the green. I think that's how I'm going to do it. All right. Good enough. Just to give it the color, that's all I wanted to do. All right. All right. Okay, that's done too now. All right. Put that back in the water. Let's see, what else do we have here that's on the screw before I throw it away? Let's see. This is the top of the gas tank, the fuel tank, which goes here. At the bottom of the bottom of the seat for the rumble. See, right? I need to make sure that there's no other parts on that. Nope, it's garbage. All garbage now. Hey, Dave, what's up, brother? They're watching me play with plastic and possibly even screw it up. I think that's what they're all waiting for. I really do. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and put this piece in, and then I'll glue the pieces in that I have in place here where they're going to go. So if I do that, that should go down onto that without a problem. That needs to be glued onto the side over there like that. All right, so see, now I can glue everything into place because I know where it goes. And that takes care of everything except for the one steering rod piece here and this little piece here that goes in. Whoop! Glad I saw that. Gotta take that off for a minute because this piece goes over here. Where's my book? How are you doing tonight, Dave? Exactly, man. Exactly. It ain't no fun unless you see carnage. I'll be making dinner in about an hour or so. God bless America. I really don't want to do it like this. My hands are shaking too much. Okay. All right. Now this piece goes here. And there's a little pin that makes it facing up. So you turn it till you get the pin to drop into place. There it goes. All right. Let's make sure the pin dropped into place. That part and that part goes up. So I had it right. There we go. All right, there we go. Fit right in the hole where it goes. Now we can go ahead and start putting the stuff back in. Oop, my little man. Get him out of the way. See him over there. Let him watch. He's guarding with his gun sticking out to the side way over there. All right, so this one goes here. So let's do that. Let's take, I still want my damn little piece of that. Let's try it now. So I'm going to drop a dab of glue there because we know it goes there. Grab the glue over here because I know the exhaust goes over there as well as here. A little dab of glue there for that. I'm going to drop all these pieces in real quick so I can glue them all right up. 1, 2, 3. Now this piece here has a wedge out of it there. It's stuck over there. This goes here. A little bit there. Got to find where it's connected over to here. There's a little pin there for it to connect to there on the engine. So we're going to do this a smart way. We're going to connect this to the engine first. In the hole. So that we know that's right where it's supposed to be. Oh, come on. Fumble fingers. Alright, there we go. Now, we should be able to drop this thing right into place. Have all the other stuff line up where it's supposed to. Oh man, it's stuck to my finger. Get off of there for a minute. There we go. Get back in there. Good Lord Almighty. Alright, we're in there. It ain't going in. It ain't going in, Sam. Time to bring out the big boys. It's not going now. Bet it will. Yep, there we go. Okay, now we got that. Now let's get it in place like we had to. Boom, boom, boom. There, there, there. Got the 2 spots there. Yep. Got the nose piece down there. This piece comes down through here like so. And goes to there. Alright, cool. Got that in. Let's get the muffler in. First I want to put the seat in. Get that done and over with. Bench part of the seat. Yeah, exactly. Get you. I got you. I'm still. It goes this way, stupid. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we got the bench part of the seat in and on. It is kind of fighting me here for some stupid reason. Come on. There we go. Alright, upsy daisy. There we go. Get on there now, where you're supposed to be. Alright, there we go. Alright. Oops. Alright, we're in like Flynn there. Alright, I'm going to drop a little dab of glue here before I try to put just a dab there. Got the dab there, and I want to put a dab on, where'd you go? There you are. I want to go ahead and put a dab on this piece right here, because I want it to put it on there. So I'm doing this on the right side, correct side, right? Jesus, Christopher Coleman has to be, because everything's fitting in. Okay. Alright, so here we go. So now we take this up and underneath the seat, over the rear axle, drop it down into place there, and kind of push and hold everything in place for the moment. Let me get some glue. I forgot to put some glue on that. Good. There we go. Alright. There's my tweezers. Alright, so here we go. Now, if I did this right, everything should line right up and fall right into place. If I didn't do this right, I'm going to be struggling for the next half an hour. That's why I went on there and lined everything up. Alright. Appears to have it correct. Yes, he does. He does appear to have it correct. Oh my god, I did it. Holy freakazoid. It's actually into place without a massive fight, guys. Look at that. Crap can happen good for me. Alright, that takes care of putting everything together with the exception of the front steering mechanisms for number 6, the chassis. So, once we're done with that, I think we move right on over to number 7. Of course, number 7. So, are we sticking there now? Yep, I left it set long enough. Everything's hooked up. Everything's level. The engine looks straight and level. I'm going to use my little where's my little helper to make sure that the engine went down over here properly. Now I picked it up because I'm recommending that if you guys put any pressure on the front end of this car, you pick it up before you do, because the springs on this thing are so thin. Don't put any pressure on it with the springs on it, guys. It will snap. I guarantee it'll snap the spring. That was my biggest problem the other night. Hey, Jeff. Glad to have you in, brother. How'd you do today? All right, so that takes care of that. So now, in retrospect, guys, just so you guys can kind of see what I'm going with. Oops, nope. I am going to put this thing on here and put this thing around here like so. Turn it on around. No, I do not have the grill glued in yet. And everything should sit right into place and line up. Oops, the grill went on top of the fan belt. Okay, so there's that and that. All right, guys. Well, there's the base idea of the car, just so everybody knows. And once I kind of put everything together, kind of mock it up, I do this like 5 or 6 freaking times or more. Depends, I guess, on what falls off as I'm doing it. Okay, so there's the hood. Look at that. The hood slid right into place, right down into place. Check it out. Radiator should do the same thing. Go right into place. There we go. And we put the top on, just to see what it looks like. And I'm gonna put the soft part on, the soft one on too. So there, basically, it is, gentlemen. With the exception of the rumble seat, of course, we have our 1932 Gangbusters with the proper colored roof and no windshield now. Hey, Miss Candy, good morning, good evening. I almost said good morning and good evening, ma'am. So there's that. Let's try that again. Let's try it with the soft top cover. See what that looks like. Put the convertible cover on to see what it looks like too as well. Alright, so basically, guys, I am ready to finish assembling this once the paint for the interior is completed. I don't really have a whole lot of anything except for a whole bunch of chrome and the little figures is all I really have left on any sprue besides these, the seats and stuff that I have to do. So now this should be really, really a nice build when I'm done. I am going with box art, so I will not be putting the soft art piece on. I will be putting the top on it. While it's sitting up on the shelf, it will have the top. And I am going to do the gun bullet hole riddled windows as well as the bullet hole riddled front end. Alright, so there it is. Basically, anyway, like I said, it's mocked up. It's not glued onto place or anything, so it may not look perfectly straight, but it will when I'm done. But basically, it came out super, super nice. It's going to be gorgeous when it's done. The rims, the side, the extra tires is going to be great, the spare tires. And here's the wheel, the windows we're talking about. The windows we're talking about, literally, let me shut this off, see if you guys can see it better. I hope it don't get too dark. It does get too dark. We'll try to get it away from me. Okay, here we go. As you can see in this window is perfectly clear. This one over here is perfectly clear. Here. This one over here has all kinds of bullet holes in it. As well as this one down here, the back window, has bullet holes in it, and that one doesn't. So, bullet holes, yeah, it's supposed to be a gangsta car. And even the guy who's driving the car is holding his gun out the window shooting at somebody. So all I gotta do is finish his face off now in his hands. And he's done, and his little black ring around his hat, as well as give him a white shirt and a red tie. And he'll be done. But I'm going to let him set another day because I just did the last coat on him. And then I'm not even sure if I'm building both men or not. I'm getting to the point where I want to get to that Mercedes, man. I'm really dying to get to that Mercedes and start building it. But I'm really enjoying this build. I'm liking this build. It's coming out a lot nicer than I thought it would. There's your rumble seat. It will be put into place. Let's see if I can actually get it to go down in there. If I can get it. Oop! Ha! Like I said, it'll go into place. Try to get it to come up and sit up. There we go. All right. So, once we have liftoff here on this stupid thing. There we go. All right. Woohoo! Well, anyways, it's supposed to sit up back there. Which it doesn't want to do. I don't have the clips and everything hooked onto it. So let's see if I can make it work. Or did I do something wrong there? So that must be where it goes then. Or was I trying to put it in wrong? No. Let me see here. No, the flatter part of the back is downward. Ooh, a little bit of acrylic on there. Got to get that acrylic off real quick before it sits into the paint. There we go. Got it. All right. All right. So basically, there's going to be a little hinge portion here, underneath here. That will, if I choose to leave it open, I can leave it open, or I can make it shut and leave it shut. But it does not look like it's supposed to be a moving hinge. Looks like it's just supposed to hold it into place once it is open or closed. All right, so let's see. Maybe that'll give you a little bit better overview of it. There you go. Well, the Mercedes-Benz is a treat for me, considering I normally only ask my wife if I ask her for anything. If I ask her for any kits, for $40 cheap kits, $20 kits, $10 kits, and I normally try my best not to go over any of that. Oops, wrong folder. So it was very much a treat to find out that my wife literally paid twice that per kit. So I'm very stoked. I'm ready to get into it. And she wants to do it white. I'm going to do it white or silver. I'm not sure yet. She says she thinks the white with the dark decals would look great. I do too. I think it would look great too. But we'll see once I get the paint here and I try it on a piece of plastic. See what the paint looks like, on which way I'm going to go with it. All right. So we're basically there, guys. We're at the point to where I need to let it rest for a while now and let all the paint settle in, then come back in and light sand everything and do the last coat I need to. But the engine is in. We did everything is perfectly straight. Everything connected in. Transmission mechanism connected in. Exhaust connected in. Right up over so it's all there. I do not have the cross member in this cross member doohickey thingy here. If I'm not mistaken, it goes into here somewhere. So I'm not exactly positive, but I know it does. So that goes there. But we have basic engine and everything done. So it should be no more than a day or two. And I should be able to finish this one up. Yeah, Janice Joplin. Yeah, I knew that. I just didn't comment. Sorry. Janice Joplin. I got it. All right, so now this being here, these are the pieces I'm telling you that don't fit right. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I'm going to try to show them to you. See how this got this bubble here? One of these are supposed to go forward, one of them is supposed to go backwards. Well, the mold, just like the arm, this arm right here, I can't put down to his lap like it's supposed to be. And there's no other arm that goes on this man. So the mold is wrong because the elbow is not on the man, but also on this one little tiny piece right here. This little tiny piece for the front end right here that's supposed to hook up your tie rod end literally was facing the wrong way when I took it off the sprue. Literally. And I looked, I thought maybe I bent it, but it wasn't me, guys. It wasn't me, man. It wasn't me. Who did that? Shaggy did that. So, okay, so now at this point, this little booger doohickey right here is supposed to go this way here. And this is supposed to go on up here. So let's see. I need my light here for this one, guys. It's getting dark out. And I appreciate everybody coming in. Get on me. There we go. Appreciate everybody coming in and checking me out. I know you guys are just waiting for a train wreck. I'll give you one in a little while, I promise. Something's bound to happen, guys. This build has gone way too easy for me. I mean, I have taken my time and not taken any chances with it, though. But it really has gone way too easy for me. Everything fits too well. Oh, hey, Joseph. I didn't realize you came in too, sir. Thank you. Hey, man, y'all got to tell me when somebody pops in, man. I'm looking at the board down here at the table. But I do appreciate that, Joseph. I do, guys. Appreciate everybody coming in. Hang on. I figured maybe if I did it a little bit later, 5 or 6 o'clock, I'd be able to get more people to come in. As most people are getting off or just gotten off and they're sitting around watching TV or having their beer and hanging out. So I thought maybe, just maybe, if if I did a 5 or 6 o'clock between now and the end of the year, maybe I get more people to come in and visit and say hi to us on this beautiful day. All right, so that goes just like that, just like that. All right, look at that. I did that the first. Okay, guys, something's wrong here. Somebody pinch me. That went on first time. How did I do that? Now, you guys know me better than that. Nothing goes first time for me. Oop. Oh, that's why, because I put a little dab of glue there and I didn't mean to. Okay, there we go. All right, but again, tie rod to main steering column, ready to rock. And now I just have to put in the tie rod itself, right? Right. And then that's it. We move on. All right, I did the pins for the wheels and the wheels. I did not make the wheels. Spin. I don't like that, especially being on the shelf up here and having a cat and stuff. So realize that, guys. The wheels were supposed to spin. You can leave the pins without glue, and you don't got to worry about it. Okay? So me, myself, personally, I did not go with that. All right, so we got a couple of big pieces here that goes on. And let's see, this should go from here. Where's that piece up? From here to there without a problem. Correct. Okay, there's a little bit of a bend in it, so I'm going to recrease the bend in it. So do a little bit of a bend in it. Okay, put glue here. That's where it is here. All right, now let's see if we can do this first shot. What do you think, guys? Bet anybody want to bet I don't do it first shot? See, I told you. All right, don't be a pain in my Rumpelstiltskin. Let's go. Right, that's on. Ooh, 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 I did it. Oh, I did it. I did it. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, should I just knocked it off? Should I just knocked it off? Don't have enough of a bend in it, I don't think. Oh, there, I got it. There, I got it. I got it. A bit of a bend to push it into place. Come on. So I'm going to trim a little bit of the end of it off, the sprue off. Alright, that should take care of it. Alright, once we did this, I can flip the sucker back over and stop playing with the chassis here and not have any worries that I'm going to knock something off. Let it dry for tonight. And tomorrow, I am going to try to do a show in the evening, guys. Same time, 5:30. I'm hoping to be on by 5, just so everybody knows. So, just so you know, I will be trying my best to do a 5 o'clock show, so anybody that wants to come in and hang out, they can. I know it's hard for a lot of people to do morning shows, as they're working, which I understand that as well. All right, that's it. I did it. It's all done. It's all connected into place now. All right, we're good to go. All right, she's into place. I know you can't see that, but she's into place. That's it. It only took me 3 tries this time. See, y'all should have bet on that. It took me 3 times. Uh-oh, what'd you order, Sarge? Yeah, oh, Sarge, you drink Pepsi. Me too. I've been drinking Pepsi since probably middle school. I haven't drank a Coke unless I have to at a restaurant. I even bring my, look, man, wherever I go, I bring my own Pepsi, man. I'm a Pepsi-holic, Paul will tell you. I don't do Coke. But Paul was here and he does Coke, so I made sure we had Coke while we were here. Okay, so guys, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave number 6, which is the chassis. We are complete. This is where they tell you to cement inside the pin only. Well, I cemented the whole damn wheel. So we're going to go over to number 7 now, which is fender assemblies. Okay, let's go see what Mr. Dave sent me. Dave, you're still in here, right, buddy? Yes, I have my messenger on too, guys. Okay, looks like I get to start actually making this thing look like a car finally, guys. Oh, cool! Cool, 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 cool. I'm assuming you're going to post it and let us see it. But that's very cool. Now I got another question, guys. What would you do on this point? This sits on here perfectly. It literally sits in these lips right here perfectly, and it doesn't budge. Okay, once you put it on, doesn't budge. See, it doesn't budge. It sits right into place. I mean, perfectly. Would you glue the fenders onto the chassis, or leave it to where you could remove the whole fender and body assembly? Which would you do? What do you think? I'm thinking I'll leave it so I can pull the sucker off and show the detail a little bit better. But this is what it's having me do. It's having me put this on now. Then it wants me to put this into place up here. See, this is going to be a quick step here. I think I did, like I said, I think I did pretty dang good on matching the color to what is on the roof up there, guys. So here's the, you guys can't see it right now, but here's what I did for the roof. So, glue? What about glue? You think of glue it? Yeah? You might be right there, Bubba. I really don't want anything to move around, and you know what I mean? And moving around is not a good thing when it comes to being in my house. Okay, so how come that's not sitting down properly then? Does it go a different way? Oh, I get it. Okay, so it goes into here and slides up to there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this piece into place. We can do that. All right, because it's got these little brackets here that gets glued on. And then it needs me to go find the two shifter, or the brake handle, the shifter handle, clutch, and gas. And then it's got a steering mechanism that I have to put in as well once I get this in. It appears anyway. Where can I put this? That's not going to hurt anything. I'll put it right there so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, so this goes this way. And it's got the arms there. Okay, and also this fits nice and snug, so you ain't got to worry about it moving around once you get it into place. So, all right, so there's that. Now the black plate that I'm putting in, I'm going to go ahead and put the floorboard black plate in, which is going to be the basic plate for the seats and stuff. So I'm just going to kind of rough up the edges so it glues down nice and solid. Now, I'm not sure if this was supposed to be an escape hatch or not. Okay, this piece is say I need to lubricate here and there. Slide steering column up through hole in floor after lubricate. Okay, then it says lubricate the end there and the end there. Okay. Alright, so we'll figure that out. And that's this piece here. I'm supposed to lubricate this piece when I put it onto this piece. We're supposed to lubricate. So that goes down there, that goes there. Yep. So I'm not sure if this is like an escape hatch or something. That's kind of weird, don't you think, guys? Why would they put that like that? Is there supposed to be a space in the floor? There's no actual space that shows it goes to. Huh. Let me get the seat off here. Maybe that'll tell me a little more. I'll have to touch these up once I get them in before I put the body on permanently. I did use acrylic, so it's going to be a real nice clean. When I'm done, I'll be able to clean everything up with a little bit of water and a small brush or a small sponge. Alright, so I'm not sure because there's no real positioning that it shows that it goes in, but I can pretty much use the. Is there a backing to this? I think there's a back to this too. There's the two front things for the seal. Let's see. What's that piece? Don't know what that piece is either yet. And oh, you know what? Here's the seat mechanism here for the rumble seat, so it does open and close. Let me pull that off too, because I'm probably going to want to, depending on where it goes, I'm probably going to want to paint it. off. Okay, so that's off there. And that is some kind of brace. There's the license plate. Those look like my brake and gas pedals. And 123 is, that should be them. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's my brake and gas pedal there, guys. There, my clutch and gas pedal. And that's really it off of that sprue. Now I need to go to chrome. And let's move that out of the way real quick. Get off there, Ant. Okay, steering stuff, or shifter stuff. We're looking for shifters. Ooh, they is like right there. Excuse me, guys. I'm in a weird mood today. Anybody else in a weird mood for Tuesday? I don't know. Maybe I sniffed too much glue this morning. I don't know. But I'm in a really weird mood tonight. But soon I'm going to call it a night, guys. I appreciate everybody coming in. I hope everybody enjoyed watching me sling plastic. You guys are welcome to come back at any time. Again, like, subscribe, share, follow. For you guys who don't already know that, hit that notification. You'll get notified whenever my crazy butt goes back in and does more stuff. I'm feeling much better, so I'm going to be doing a regular show on a daily basis. Again, it's probably going to be at 5 o'clock, though. Well, yeah, you got to paint the block. Did you, what was I thinking? Oh, God. I decided I'm going to do black trim on the bottom of the seat. So see how easy this acrylic's going to come off when I clean it all up? I mean, it's going to come out perfect. So I decided I want the black on the bottom of the seat that's going to connect to the brace here, because I don't need the paint seeping all around and getting all over the black. So if I put a black base on this, go back to the black base on it, I don't have to worry about the paint smearing when I put it onto the black from accidentally overdose of paint, or overdose of glue, should I say. Alright, where's my sticky thingy here? Okay. Yeah, I don't even have to push it very hard. It comes right off. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Exactly what I wanted. It's got a lip on it. It's perfect. Alright. You know what I do when that happens, Rob? Especially if I'm working on a kit that I really want to work on, I really want to get moving. I go ahead and paint whatever I have to, and I go work on something else. If I'm on number 1, it's the engine, and let's say number 2 is the tires, I'll go build the tires. Or number 3 is the tires, I'll go build the tires. If it's a chassis, I'll go start on the tires. Or I'll go paint the interior too. Something to do. Alright, well, I appreciate you, everybody coming in, guys. I really do. I'm honored to have you guys, so many of you anyways. Like I said, I got such a response at this point now that I may go ahead and start doing evening shows as opposed to morning shows on a permanent basis. But for now, it's going to be during the holidays because, like I said, I do end up getting busy, and I know you guys understand that. I get to where I'm doing stuff outside, and then one thing leads into another, rolls into another, rolls into another. Why am I having a problem with this now? Okay, so that's going to go up in here, it shows. So I also would recommend, unless you really, really, really want to have a fight, I guess I could do it that way. I'll bring it down over it. See how I'm going to get that interior in there. Oh, okay. All right. We see it. All right. I can't see the running boards on the dang side of the car, man. I don't know if they're wood grain or if they're painted or what. I can't see them good enough with my eyes. They look wood grain to me. No, they're not. They're just, I can't tell good enough. Can anybody else look at that and tell me if they're green or wood grain or whatever? On the box lid? On the picture? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do them silver or wood grain, or I'm going to do them to match the interior. Either way, this is going to look pretty snazzy, guys. Once I finish touching up all the paint and get the windows and everything in and the back seat and everything on, this thing should look pretty nice. I messed up the paint job on the rear end of the seat. Oh, wait. Bet I can buff that sucker out. Oh, I have to buff that out. Alright, so let's see. The seat goes in like so. And the hinge goes on top of that. So let's try to see if I can get that hinge in there. So if I put this here, where it goes, like that, this hinge would probably go something like that. Down there on that. Now, is that what that is? Now, wait a minute. Let's jump over here and go a little further. Let's do number 9. Let's go to number 9 and see what number 9 says about this rumble seat. It does not say anything about this flipping rumble seat. What it does say is on number, and it doesn't, you know, ready for this? It does not show whatsoever. Hang on, I'm still looking, just to make sure I'm not being dumb. Which could be very well easy to say, but I don't know if I want to say it. Okay, now this bracket, this piece here that I know is some kind of a hinge, this little piece here, number 51. Do not get cement on both doors, should be free to open. Huh? Oh, check that out. I didn't realize that. Okay. That's what these doors are. Ah ha ha. I'm trying to figure out what these doors are as well. Now I know. These doors go here. Ha 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 ha. See what happens when you don't pay attention to the... Oh, I see. So when this goes in here... Yeah, so that's it. When this goes in here, that's going to go all the way up to... Okay, cool. And there's your holes for your rear end. So your... It would appear that your seat has its own hole in the interior lining. Just so you know, guys. So that goes like that. Goes into that hole right yonder. I can get it in there. Right yonder. And that's what would open it and close it. Okay, so the interior is what works with the seat there. This piece is another piece that I don't see. So I'm not sure if these are spare pieces in any of the instructions. I've already went through all of 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. None of them are there. Now I know what this piece is now. That goes underneath the dashboard. These are all pieces that fell off the sprue that I've been dealing with. Now I know what this X goes to. It doesn't go down there. It goes up here. So it literally goes across here for the engine. That's the engine brace. This is like that, something of that nature. Okay, so that's what that X is for. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. Yeah, especially if you're spraying. I'd wait till it be hotter, especially if it's cold up there, Rob. I would definitely wait till it's warmer. I think that's what happened here. With this, when I had to redo the whole body of it, I think I let it, because it was breezy and there was really no sun and it was like an overcast, hazy day, which means I wasn't getting any real heat. It was more of a humidity more than it was a heat. And I think that's what really messed up the back end of this and why I had to sand the whole back end down and redo it. So I would recommend, unless you really want to redo things once or twice, that's your wait, bro. Find something else. How about the interior? Can you put the interior together and paint it as one? Are you going to do the same color in the interior all around? Maybe you can do it that way. Or maybe, you know what it might be telling you? It might be telling you your ass, excuse me, your butt needs to go back to the cement mixer. Or dump truck, rather, I'm sorry. Man, I'm going to like this when it's done, guys. I'm really going to like this when it's done. But I still don't know where that goes. That piece. It is nowheres on the instructions. Now, I've done this plenty of times to know that that is some kind of a hinge. It's got to be. It's some kind of a hinge. Now, there's no hinge on the floor. No hinges on the door of the hood. Shows nowhere. So even on the very last one, number 9, which is the final assembly. I'm at the final assembly. And that piece is nowhere to be found. Nope, 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 nope. Man. Boy, but there's plenty of chrome to go on this thing, buddy. Let me tell you now. They got chrome going across both of the running boards, chrome going down the center of the hood, 2 chrome lamps, spotlights, intakes for all down the side of the hood. All these little holes right here will have little tiny chrome pieces of intakes in them, which is pretty cool, vents in them. Let's see, what else do I see here? That's it, guys. We are almost ready to totally assemble this thing and be done with her. I see where the horns go now. I'm going to leave the horns black as well because they're going to match this here. Or are they chrome? I'm not sure if they're chrome or black. They're chrome. Okay. So, everybody told me I should do chrome, not gold. So I'm doing chrome, not gold, guys. Hope everybody likes what I'm done. Because there's a picture on the box that shows everything gold. Which is, it's okay. But I'm not liking it as much as I'm liking it with all the chrome that's going to be on it. It'll stand out a little better. Alright, guys, I'm done. I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all. I got to get my dinner going before Mama gets home. Well, not before Mama gets home, but I want to get my dinner going. I appreciate you guys. I'll try my best to be back out here tomorrow at 5 again. So you guys get those notifications on. In case I forget to tell everybody what I'm doing. Ha 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 ha. So, you guys, I appreciate y'all. Robert, I really do. Sarge, I appreciate you. Everybody that came in, I really do. For all of you who stayed and hung out. Joseph, Keith, Jeff Keith, Gil, Candy, I appreciate you guys. Dave, Paul, you guys are great. I appreciate it. Now, Paul, go do your room. I won't bother you anymore tonight. I'll try to join your room later on if I see it. Send me a link to it, and I'll be glad to try to do it. Ed, I appreciate you coming in, brother. I do. Let's see, am I missing anybody, guys? Alright, that's it, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow afternoon I'm going to work on some of this more tonight, so maybe we can get done before Friday, and I'll be able to start the 40s Ford so that Monday we're clean cut onto the Mercedes. So we'll see. Alright, you guys have a great night. Like, subscribe, share, follow, hit that notification button so you know I'm on. Paul, yell at me later on, brother. Love you guys. I'm out of here. You guys have a great night, okay? And I will try to see you guys in a room if somebody does one. You guys have a good night. I'm out. Thanks again, guys. Plastic Addictions Anonymous. We don't hide our addiction. We take pictures and videos and to post them for all the world to see. I'm feeling weird, guys. Sorry. So I'll probably be popping out later on just to be a pain in y'all's ass. Arse. I said arse, Facebook. Arse. A-R-S-E. Arse. Anyway, we'll talk to you later, guys. I'm out of here.